Hey guys, I'm Mark. Welcome to the channel where it is all about racing. In this episode, we're going to take a look at a Lola Aston Martin LMP1 prototype car of 2009. Now, the Lola Aston Martin B0960 was also known as the Aston Martin DBR1, and it was built by Lola Cars International and developed with longtime Aston Martin partner ProDrive. Not surprisingly, it featured an Aston Martin 6000cc V12 engine, producing about 650 horsepower. Now, the Aston Martin Works team had two cars, and they would compete in 27 races, winning 9 of them. In the year 2009, it would take the team, the constructor, and the driver championships all. The 3 drivers of this particular car, that of the 009, were Aston Martin Works drivers Darren Turner of the UK, Miguel Ramos of Portugal, and Howard Primus of Switzerland. Now guys, in the beginning of this video, I mentioned that the packaging for this car was very, very unique. If you take a look at it, it looks like your standard Spark model until you take a closer look. You can see Lola Aston Martin here on the front of the box. Notice that you've got this aluminum tag on the front of the car that you normally never see on Spark cars. This is a limited edition model. In the inside of the box, if you take a look, and I'm going to pull this up, you can see the car racing on the back of it. Really, really cool. If you take a look at the top of the sleeve on both sides, you can see Aston Martin on the left and Gulf on your right. Now, like most Spark boxes, it's open-ended on both sides, and as I did mention, you have this tag on the front of it. We'll take a look at that a little bit closer. Again, if you take a look at it from this side, you can see that picture there on the inside of the box. Now, the back of it, oddly, just has the legalese and the Minimax and Spark stuff. And the bottom of the box changes color from white to this pale blue with Lola and Aston Martin Racing Collection. This leads me to believe that this car was actually contracted by Aston Martin for Spark to produce 4,000 models of these. I've talked a little bit about the aluminum tag you see on the front of the base, and you can see Lola Aston Martin limited edition number 2651 of 4,000 of these made. That's unique and something you don't see on Spark cars. Now the detailing is very, very good. You can clearly see the carbon fiber splitter here. You've got the tow hook just above the DBR1 sign. The headlight details look good. The paint, the finish, the decaling work is excellent. One area where I was a little disappointed with had to do with the fenders and these serrated air vents, which they are textured, but they're not cut open. And usually Spark does that kind of work, which I'm sure is expensive, but maybe to cut costs on this particular model, since it was a contracted model, that was one thing that they overlooked. Also, on the flip side of the car, you do not see the names of the drivers, which you would normally all see on the base here. But otherwise, this is a really good-looking Spark model. Wheel detail is excellent. As I mentioned, paint and finish are spectacular. This little black, I'm not sure what this is. This is blacked out, and I've seen these pictures of this car on YouTube, and they are actually, there are vents there. But I thought that was a little sloppily done. Not as good as I would expect Spark to do. The back of the car, I think, looks excellent. I absolutely love the tail end of it. I'm a big fan of exhaust pipes coming out the back, and I really like how they come out of the engine nacelle here on that. The rear wing is a little small and kind of looks archaic, so to speak. But again, this was a 2009 car, not a modern car. And there's a look at it from the top, looking down. Simplistic, but sharp. I really like the use of the colors of the pale blue, the dark blue, and the orange. Folks, that's it. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.